Hello everyone and welcome. I want to do a walkthrough today for the Vend of the Line side quest in Borderlands 4. Two reasons for this is because there's a trophy and achievement called Vend of the Line that is missable if you don't do this mission in the correct way. It's kind of like a secret ending you got to do to get the trophy and achievement, so I wanted to cover that. But also it's quite puzzly, so if you are struggling with this side quest, I've got you covered. On the map now, I'm going to show you the location of where you got to go to start this side quest. It's all the way up in Cacadia Burn. You can see my location on the map here. And I think there's a fast travel point too. Yeah, there is a fast travel point. You just want to head to this exclamation mark, Vend of the Line. And this will start the side mission for you. Just head to the mission giver and start the mission, and straight away it's gonna be giving you some puzzles really with legendary vending machines where you got to figure out what you're going to sell or buy from it and what rarity you got to sell and buy and in what order. And you've got about 3 or 4 vending machines to do. I'm going to talk through them all now for you anyway. Other than like the little puzzly bits, we'll skip everything else because everything else is straightforward. For the first vending machine, right at the start of this quest, just go behind it. You can see these symbols. This is basically what we're going to be doing. You see green, green, blue, blue, all crossed out. What this means is it wants you to sell items to this machine in that order. So 2 green items first, then 2 blue items. That's why they're crossed out. If they're not crossed out symbols on the other ones, it means it wants you to buy them pretty much. Now, I think this vending machine sells green and blue items. So if you haven't got any on you to sell yourself, you could just buy them. And then once you've purchased them, you can then sell them back. Just make sure you do it in that order. You just need to sell 2 green items and then 2 blue items. You just need to have the green and blue items on you in the first place to sell them. As you can see here, the vending machine is selling plenty of green and blue. So just buy them off the vending machine if you need to, and then sell them back. Now, for the rest of this side mission, you are going to need to have some loot on you, so I just strongly advise to go and pick some loot up if you don't have it. Like, I keep my backpack well managed, so I had no loot on me at all. So I just went to do a drill site. I did a couple of these, got a lot of loot to drop. So make sure you got plenty of green items, blue items, and purple items on you that you're able to sell and then buy back if needed. But also, you are going to need 1 legendary item as well. Don't worry, you won't lose this legendary item. You'll be able to buy it back, but you will need 1 legendary item. Then the mission is going to take you to a second vending machine. You'll eventually come here. Your GPS will take you there. What you want to do is kind of jump around it like this, and you can see the next code. This time they're not crossed out. We've got green, purple, blue, green with no crosses through. So what this means is that you've got to buy a green piece first, then a purple piece, then a blue piece, and then a green piece. But when you go into the vending machine, it isn't selling anything. So what you've got to first do is sell those items to the vending machine. So make sure you sell it a green one, a purple one, a blue one, and another green one. That it can be sold in whatever order you want. But then what you want to do is then go to the buyback menu and then buy it back in that order. So I just bought a green one, purple, blue, and then green. Once you buy it back in that order, this vending machine is complete and it's on to the next one. The next vending machine you find is going to be crushing an NPC, and there'll be someone trying to help him. You're going to notice 2 red arrows on top of the vending machine. It's quite misleading this because it looks like it wants you to go in that direction. But what you want to do is just examine the arrows, and then you want to find the ladder that goes up above, and you're going to find the code for this vending machine up here. A little bit different this one. You're not going to be selling or buying anything from it, but just follow my route up here. There's another arrow that you can find, and it takes you to a 3rd arrow, and here you'll find the code, and you can see it's 2 purple and 2 legendary. So it wants you to sell purple, purple, then legendary, legendary. However, we don't need to do this. His friend that's trying to help him, we're just going to have a dialogue with him, and he's going to do it, and that's what's going to complete this vending machine. At the next vending machine, there is going to be an NPC that's there. You need to deal with him first. If you just punch him, you'll progress this vending machine, and eventually you're just going to shoot the vending machine to make it shock him and kill him, and then that is what's going to free the vending machine up for you to do it. So I'm just about to shoot it now, and that's going to electrocute him, and then he's dead. So just do that, and once he's out of the way, you're able to complete this vending machine. To find the code for this machine, just jump up to the left here. You can go inside, and it's quite hard to see, but it's just on the back of the vending machine there. You've kind of got to just jump up to have a look at what it is. But what it wants you to do is sell in this order. It wants you to sell in green, purple, blue, and then purple. So green, purple, blue, purple. So just head back to the vending machine and go into the sell menu, and we just want to sell in the order that we just read out. So first is the green piece, and then you want to sell a purple piece. After the purple piece, you will want to sell a blue piece and then a purple piece, and that'll be that vending machine complete. The next vending machine that it takes you to is the one where you're going to want to have a legendary item. Again, it doesn't matter what it is, because you're going to be able to buy it back. You're not going to lose this legendary item or anything like that. To see the code, if you just go around to the right, you can see it here. I want you to sell a green item, a blue item, a purple item, and then a legendary item. So just go into the vending machine and go over to the sell and just sell in that order. It's basically, it's going up in the rarities here. So we're selling a green item, we're selling a blue item, and then we're selling a purple item. And then after the purple item, you want to sell that legendary item. This will complete the vending machine. And then once the dialogue has finished, you're able to go back in the vending machine and go to the buyback to buy back that legendary item if you don't want to lose it. And the other items if you want as well. You can do that on any vending machine that you sell to, by the way. You can just buy them back so you don't need to farm more items if you're running low. Now, this is taking you to the end of this side quest now, and it's getting to the important bit where that trophy and achievement is a part of. So you can finish this mission in 2 ways, and the trophy and achievement is missable if you don't do it one of the ways. So I'm going to explain it now. You'll come up to this final legendary vending machine here, and it turns into a boss. You basically just got to complete the boss encounter. Now, with the boss encounter done, your objective is going to be to buy a legendary item from the machine, and it gives you no indication of the other ending here. So do not buy the legendary item. Instead, go to where the vending machine was when it stood up, and you can see here that it wants you to sell a green item, green item, green item, and then buy a legendary. So go into the machine and sell 3 green items first. This is what is going to get you the trophy and achievement and an alternative ending. If you don't do this, you'll miss it, and you have to do it on a new game. So sell 3 green items. Once you have sold the 3 green items, you then need to purchase a legendary item, and this is all legendary items is selling to you. So have a good look around and see what you want. They're only going to cost $1 as well. They're very cheap on this one. Like at the very early on in the game, where it gave you a tutorial for legendary machines that the spawn every now and then. But I went for the bod. I don't know whether these are always the same weapons. This weapon is fantastic. If you haven't got one of these, I highly recommend picking this if this is also an option for you. But yeah, once you sold 3 green items, buy any of these legendary ones, and the mission is going to complete. Now, it'll also complete if you just buy the legendary, but what's not going to drop is this photo. So by selling the 3 green items before buying the legendary, you'll see that there's a collectible there, or an item to pick up. And this is what nets you the trophy and achievement. So before you leave the area, just make sure you pick this photo up. Now, to end this mission, you've got to go back to Zane anyway and talk to him. But with this photo, it gives you an alternative ending. So head back to Zane. This is where the quest is going to take you. Hand over the photo to him, and you'll get that alternative ending. And that is everything. Once the dialogue finishes, you'd have finished this side quest option, and your trophy or achievement will pop up. You'll see all things Vend pop up there for me. And that's everything. I hope this has been helpful. Do hit like and comment down below to support the algorithm if it has been. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. And until next time, take care.